I'm Kevin Marr.
And I'm Rusty Ward.
And you're watching So Bad It's Good, the film review show where we look at unusual movies and tell you if they're just plain bad or so bizarre that they're highly entertaining.
This week we're looking at 1981's Frankenstein Island.
So, Rusty, for years I'd heard that this was the worst Frankenstein movie ever made. I actually really enjoyed it. Maybe I'm a glasses half full kind of guy. I do not think the movie is incoherent so much as avant-garde and experimental.
There is so much happening in this movie. When they first get to the island, there is a group of Amazonian women that are all dressed in leopard skin bikinis, despite the fact that you don't see any actual leopards anywhere on the island. And then there's the zombie goons.
Yeah, these guys are sort of dressed, this is the closest you're ever going to see to a Cookie Crisp movie. They are dressed like burglars and crooks.
They're supposed to be vampire zombies, and yet they're all dressed like the Unabomber.
Aside.
The same way Ed Wood gave top billing to Bela Lugosi in Plan 9 from Outer Space, this film makes a really big deal about John Carradine.
They give him top billing even though he only shows up as a projected image in a cave.
Upon the name of the golden thread, ye shall have strength.
And his photograph.
Frankenstein set many forces in action.
He literally didn't get out of bed to make the movie. It's
no.
Like, people say like, I don't get out of bed for less than $2,000. They're like, don't get out of bed, we'll come to you.
My favorite scene is a completely extraneous scene where a man is bound and tortured with a plastic pitchfork, and this causes him to grow very bad fake vampire teeth.
My favorite scene has got to be the fight sequence. It brings together all the characters we've met so far, everyone you've grown to love. They all show up for this big epic battle.
The one scene that was incredible was when they incapacitated the man with just putting a snake in his face and a tarantula on his chest.
Henrik Ibsen said if you show a gun in Act 1 of a play, the gun has to go off at the end of the play. When you see a tarantula and a snake in the beginning of Frankenstein Island, you have to see them frighten a man to death.
Kevin, what's the verdict?
I definitely recommend Frankenstein Island. It is bizarre, it is super low budget, it's like experimental avant-garde editing. Who knows if they meant it to be so art house, but it worked for me. How about you?
I couldn't get enough of it. From the Scooby-Doo gang to the Laughing Homeless Men to the Unabomber goons, there was so much candy in this movie that it was definitely so bad it was good. We didn't even mention Frankenstein is such a meaningless part of this whole movie. We didn't even get to Frankenstein.
Right.
We heard a game of mazes and monsters got a little out of hand over at the university.
Do we have a fourth player?
Well, I've typed up the notice, so I'm going to put it up in the bulletin board, okay?
Great.
And promise me you won't play that awful game anymore.
Please just try one campaign with us.
Hey, I'm Kevin Marr.
And I'm
but I
Rusty
did two
Ward.
hands. That was ridiculous. I couldn't decide. Hi, I'm Kevin Marr. I am too. He's not Kevin Marr. He's the other guy.
I'm so excited to be Kevin Marr.